Imagine you are in World War II, and your bombers and planes are getting shot to the ground. Naturally, you want to make your planes more sturdier. So you analyze the planes and figure out that the survivor ones have been hit only in certain areas. The simplest solution would be, of course, to reinforce the damaged areas so the next time they get shot, the rate of survivability increases, right? Well, that is what the American military thought. Fortunately for them, they had a man called Abraham Wald who proposed the opposite because they noticed that crash planes were not being considered for that conclusion. His proposal was to reinforce the areas where the surviving planes did not get shot because if you took the crash planes into consideration, those were probably the areas responsible for the crashes. What happened here is the so-called survivorship bias, where humans will look at the successes and disregard the failures, coming to the wrong conclusions on how to make something succeed. And right about now, you might be asking why I'm bringing all this up. Well, there comes a time in someone's life where they say to themselves, I want to become a content creator. They start making videos and then they give up. There are several reasons why this happens, but I'm here to dispel the major myth that hard work equals success and also shit on some gurus. If you're interested in how to grow your channel or how you can become a successful content creator, I can't help you with that. There are channels that claim they can do that, but I can do it, and neither do I believe that anyone else can, because the people who actually know how to become successful, they won't tell you their secrets. For free at least. I think if you follow any gaming news, you might be familiar with Force Gaming and Skyline Games as well. Force, of course, focusing more on multiplayer games and MMOs, and Skyline also focusing on multiplayer games and MMOs. It's almost like I chose those for a reason. Both channels have good visual cohesion when it comes to thumbnails, Force using the black, white and yellow colors that you can also find in their banner, and Skyline going for the use of his avatar in promotion images, plus the magenta colors you can find also in their banner. The delivery is pretty much similar. Personally, I enjoy Force more, but if someone said they like Skyline's delivery more, I wouldn't be surprised. Both have weekly news and top 10 lists, and both started roughly at the same time, roughly 2 years apart from each other. The big difference between those two channels is that one does show their face in their videos and the other doesn't. Skyline is way more reliant on B-roll and trailers, making the videos visually boring, and even though Force does the same thing, they have the advantage of having their face cam to bridge one trailer to the other. By the way, I do the same thing. That's it. That's the biggest difference I could point at and say, that's the big one. Officer, arrest that one. That's the one. My question is this it? I can point to several creators that don't show their face and are equally or more successful than Force. So what is it? What makes those channels so different from each other that one is far more successful than the other? You want to know the truth? The real truth, and nothing but the truth. Well, if you're searching for the truth, you might ask some YouTube gurus. They know the truth. They know how to get views and subs and engagement with 100% certainty. For example, this fella here called Grow Your Gaming Channel. They have a very simple 11-step process to grow your gaming channel. You could say a complete guide. And what are those 11 steps, you might ask? Well, it's very simple. Have a strong call to action, become part of the community, promote your own videos, create searchable content, hijack trends, be consistent, develop a memorable and personal brand, create the content for a niche, maximize your click-through rate, create outstanding content, and develop a winning mindset. Hell yeah! If you looked at every single step, it would take too long, and there aren't steps anyways, so we're going to take a look at 3 of them. Create content for a niche. That one annoys me the most. Maximize your click-through rate. That one I have the least amount of clue about. And develop a winning mindset. That sounds like a guru line if I ever heard one. What does Mr. GYGC say about creating content for a niche? Mr. GY compares content creation with supply and demand, and they call a niche a topic on YouTube that has very high demand but low supply. They mention how difficult it is to compete with bigger content creators in the same genre and how we should keep the logic of each channel consistent as well as double down on successes. That's it. Easy. Just find something people are searching for which you don't know what it is and make videos about that. The topic you don't know what it is. Make videos about that topic that you don't know what it is. Make the videos about a topic that you don't know what it is. That's how you find a niche. That's it, baby. That's how it goes. That's how it works. It's almost like we're talking about luck here, because how would you find a topic that is being searched without having a need for yourself or access to big data in general? The whole thing about finding a niche is that every YouTube guru says find a niche, find a niche, find a niche, find a niche. But the most important part is how to find a niche. And if you do find a niche, that doesn't mean jack shit. You want to know why? Well, this is Tessa the Terror, probably the biggest or one of the very few Gems of War content creators. They rule supreme in Gems of War content creation. Unfortunately, they won't be able to break away from that niche, and as popularity of the Gems of War game fades away, so will the channel. I'm not giving any qualitative statements towards the channel. I'm just trying to show you that finding a niche doesn't really mean anything if you can't transition out of it. The statement, find a niche, is like the statement, bake bread. It's the script of a multi-part process that can go horribly wrong at every corner, pretty much like baking bread. So, who is this actually helping? Keep that question in mind. Moving on to maximize your click-through rate, which sounds amazingly professional but just boils down to eye-grabbing titles and thumbnails. Every person that is creating content knows that you have to make eye-grabbing titles and thumbnails. The question is how to make them. It's like baking bread all over again. And you know what? You don't even need titles. This is the channel with no name that makes videos with no names. So, again, who is this helping? Last one, develop a winning mindset. Now that is a guru line if I ever heard one, but let's listen to what this fella has to say.
You said you'd teach me how to be successful on YouTube. I don't know what being shark bait has to do with YouTube success. And so at that moment I grabbed him and I shoved his head under the water and I held him there. He struggled and he tried to come up for air, and because I'm so massive and ripped and strong, he couldn't get up. And I held him under the water, and just as he was beginning to weaken, I pulled him out of the water and he let out a gasp for air. And so I said to him, when you want to succeed on YouTube as badly as you just wanted to breathe, that is when you'll be successful.
That's a fake story, of course, as they later clarify, but the story is here to emphasize the point that you need motivation. No, the will. No, the hunger to create content. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. You need motivation to make stuff. That's like the major reason for literally everything. Again, this is putting the cart before the horse. The what is easy to find out. We need the how to achieve things. You might think, okay, maybe this is a bad video. It's not a perfect video. They have a bunch of other videos on the channel. Maybe they are good. Okay, so here's another example. How to make a viral gaming video with no subscribers nonetheless. Wow, that's exactly what I want. That is what I want. Okay, let's go.
Have you ever noticed that some YouTubers are able to consistently create viral or semi-viral gaming videos? It's not pure chance. There's a strategy behind creating viral videos, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how I've managed to create multiple viral and semi-viral gaming videos just using this simple tactic.
Are you sure about that?
9 minutes into the video and we still have not reached the how question, because it's a rambling video with no structure. Anyways, our friend eventually shows us two examples of semi-viral videos from Bombastic and Silky, which has nothing to do with the rest of the video. These are just examples. By the way, Silky has stopped making videos and Bombastic could never recreate the success of that video again. It's almost like it was a lucky stroke. We then go into the method they use to identify trending topics, which consists of typing something in a search bar and checking the subs versus view count. This should, in theory, show if something has been searched up outside of the core audience, giving you an idea on a topic you could cover. Simple, right? Small problem, you have to know beforehand what people are searching for to know what people are searching for. That doesn't make any sense. It's almost like all of this is determined by luck. Then we go into the yoink and twist technique for thumbnails, which consists of taking something that worked and do the same. Of course, if you want twist. And finally, we have the statement, catch the trend, which is as meaningless as finding a niche. Google Trends doesn't show you what is currently growing in search. It just shows you the searches. There is no big database you can tap in and pick a topic from. It's almost like all of this is dependent on luck, because you need to find a trending topic and also make a video in a timely manner about it, and also have the foresight in making the correct tags. I don't know. Nobody explains it. It's fucking garbage. This is garbage. I don't know why people listen to this shit. So, 2 for 2, I'm not going for 3 for 3. Most of the statements in channels like these are vague truisms. You might find something that can help, like the example of the yoink and twist technique, but at the end of the day, do you want that? Do you want to look like every other video because you might get a chance of success? Maybe? And this, of course, is not the only channel. We have, for example, Nick Nimmin, almost 1 million subscribers, and basically no views. If you watch any of his videos, you will hear words, and that's basically it. It's words like, have the right mindset, I guess. Set goals, I guess. Cater to the market, I guess. Niche, I guess. It sounds good, but it doesn't say anything. Alizate doesn't actually do meta content on YouTube, they do vlogs, so maybe we'll find something out from them. Oh wait, no, they don't have a clue either, they got a viral video and grew from that because they're pretty. But their advice is to make viral videos. What? How could I, oh my god, how could I not figure it out? Viral videos, of course! I just have to figure a viral topic and make a viral video about the viral topic and then go viral. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So, oh, how could I oversee that? Oh my god. Dan Locke is a known scammer on the internet. Yeah, I said it. Sue me. Again, a bunch of nothing. Compelling titles, YouTube trailers, fall in love with your audience, having a strong call to action. Oh no, how could I have not seen this? Compelling titles? Oh my god, of course! YouTube trailers? Oh my god! Falling in love with your YouTube audience? And strong call to action? Oh my, how could I not have figured this out? Oh my god! Dan Locke, you're my hero! Stream Scheme doesn't sound menacing at all, but they're actually not that bad. Their videos are more about teaching how to do things, but their video about how to start a YouTube gaming channel in 2021 is pretty garbage. And they, like many others, say a lot of things and nothing at the same time. Use YouTube search bar, I guess. Use tools to help with data, I guess. Search for a trending topic that is not saturated, I guess. It's all guesses. There's nothing tangible here. Any Dubé, 5,000 views on YouTube with 0 subscribers. How to grow your YouTube with 0 views and 0 subscribers is actually a good video, but they fucking missed the point. She got 20 subs on a 5k view video. That's a 0.4% conversion. You can't build a jack shit on this channel. It basically proves that SEO is important, but it's a channel that you can't do anything with. Nobody stays for the content, they watch the thing and they move on. That's not how to grow your channel, that's how to fucking kill your channel. A nursing with gay is not a YouTube guru, but maybe they have a golden key in how to grow your channel. And again, we have niche, make good content, engage with your audience, and don't give up. Yay! Okay, maybe I'm being too harsh on YouTube gurus. Maybe there are people out there that actually provide some value to the audience. On the verge of I fucking hate this shit to I can see value here, we have Catherine Manning, also known as Content Bug. They are very open with their YouTube analytics, and that I can value. Most of the videos here are answering the question how. They go into how to monetize your other revenues beyond YouTube, and it's pretty good if you want to know more about the financial and analytical side of things. Devi Nash is again a person I'm like, oh please, no, God, stop to. Yeah, I understand what you mean, but if you want corporate speech translated into normal speech, that's the guy for you. They again don't answer any what questions, they mainly talk about the industry and which decisions could lead to which outcomes because they have the inside scoop. They run a talent agency after all. And finally, we have Guy Level, and you might notice something about the titles. These are how-to, setups, tips and tricks, free overlays, and so on. It's almost like we are answering the questions of how and not what. They didn't tell me, this is how you grow and get subs and views. They told me how to make my content better, how to engage with chat when there is no chat, how to set up stream overlay, and how to keep a positive mindset. That is what Guile is always teaching. Of course, they are not perfect, but I think learning from this guy is way more fruitful than any other example so far. So, why did I bring all this up? YouTube gurus vehemently annoy me. They annoy me because they're selling something that doesn't exist. The only people who are benefiting from this are YouTube gurus themselves. It's the same thing regurgitated and repackaged again and again and again and again. Master SEO, engage with your community, and don't give up. You also notice that quite a few of those gurus say, I helped so many channels, but they don't disclose which ones. Imagine an artist telling you that they drew the Mona Lisa, but they don't show their portfolio. It would laugh them out of the fucking room. Also, most of those people, the moment they transition to something else, fail miserably because it's not working. Their own content can teach them how to succeed because there is no content. It's meaningless content. It's empty content. The sad reality is that life isn't fair. Hard work is not always rewarded, and having quality content won't always be successful. Also, effort does not equal good content, which you can obviously see with this video. Don't get me wrong, you should still put in the time whatever you do, and all the typical things you hear about like thumbnail styles, descriptions, SEO, but everybody forgets that there's a big chunk of luck required to succeed anywhere. The problem is that we look into successes and think, oh, that's how you should do it, forgetting about all the other channels similar in style and quality that failed. And it's difficult to find failed channels because those are not really searchable. Like the plain example in the beginning of the video, we're giving advice based solely on successes. We cultivate this behavior that if you spend enough time researching a topic, making the best thumbnail, writing the best description, putting in the best ranked tags, your video is going to do well. That's simply not true. There's a giant chunk of luck required to get anywhere. Be it the black box system picking up your video, be it a bigger YouTuber sharing a video, be it a video being shared on other sites and platforms like Reddit, Twitter and Facebook and so on. Luck is and always be one of the things that you don't have control over and determines if you get a chance of success or not. I just want to absolutely shit on some gurus of this video, tell them that they are garbage and provide absolutely no fucking value to the platform while dispelling some of the myths that float around the YouTube sphere. And you know, there is a little bit of jealousy that rings with my statements of course, but it doesn't mean they're less true. If you like what I do, support me on Patreon or else I'm gonna punch you in the throat. I actually don't care what you have to say, but you know, a comment telling me that I'm 100% correct and made no mistakes whatsoever would be appreciated. As always, take care of yourselves and have a nice, wonderful day.